Life happened, growth happened, healing happened, and somewhere along the way, so did purpose. This isn't just a comeback, this is evolution. My name is Ani Long, and welcome back to Hey Girl, I See You, Season 2. We're talking faith, growth, leadership, healing, boundaries, purpose, and the real life lessons that shape who we become. No filters, no pretending, just real conversations, real growth, and real impact. So grab your coffee, your journal, or just a quiet moment for yourself. Because trust me, sis, I see you. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Season 2 of Hey Girl, I See You. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Ani Long, founder of Young Ladies in Training, veteran, mama, creative, and apparently somebody who cannot sit still without creating something. But seriously, today's episode is a little personal for me because I wanted to talk about how all of this really started. Not the polished version, not the social media version, not the everything came together perfectly version, just the real story. You know what's crazy? I honestly think a part of this vision was always inside of me, even before I knew what to call it. So it was, I want to say, probably in middle school, myself and like three of my friends who are still close to this day. There was an organization called Sisters for Success, and it was the sweetest lady that I met. Her name was Miss Judy, and we became a part of this program where we found sisterhood, where we found a place where we could talk to each other without being judged, that safe place, that place of acceptance. So I knew, even in sixth, seventh grade, that somewhere in my adult life, that I would want to have that type of influence and or impact on young ladies. Like many people who've dealt with not the best childhood, I still had positive little things like that kept me grounded. I had my friends, family that, took me in and made sure I made it through high school and things like that. Made sure I kept a good head on my shoulders so I can graduate and, just start doing for myself. So fast forward, of course, all those years later, I joined the military. So it all started with the vision, and I gave you a little sneak peek of that about when I was in middle school in the program that I was a part. For those who may not know, I served over 22 years in the military, and the last 14 years of my career were spent serving as a military chef or an enlisted aide, which I cooked for high-ranking leaders and VIPs. Honey, let me tell you, the military taught me discipline, it taught me leadership, it taught me resilience, it taught me how to show up even when I was tired. But at the same time, even strong people can quietly struggle with confidence. And I used to think for a long time I carried ideas, visions, dreams, creativity, and just kept a lot of it tucked away. Not because I didn't care or because I wasn't capable, but just because sometimes life, disappointments, responsibilities, and fear can make you question yourself. So my last, I would say probably 3.5, 4 years of the military, I stepped outside my comfort zone and I tried something. My daughter signed up for this to be a cheerleader for the first time, but at that time they didn't have a coach. And they sent out an email. If we don't have a coach, we're going to have to get rid of the team because no, we need a coach for the girls. So I said, okay, why not? Let's try it out. I absolutely fell in love to where I ended up coaching for the remainder of the time that I was in Germany and in the military. I knew at that time, once I was coaching, the feeling of it, those girls pouring into me as much as I was pouring into them, that it was something that I wanted to do. It woke up what was inside the sixth grade Ani or the seventh grade Ani. Just the feeling of having somebody who believed in you, somebody who wanted the best for you, somebody who didn't judge you, somebody to listen to you. And I said, okay, I can see myself doing this. So probably the last 2 years, I founded a nonprofit called YOU.Lit, Young Ladies in Training. It started in actually Arizona, which was the location where I was before I went to Germany. So after Germany, we ended up coming back to ended up coming back to South Carolina. So I changed it from Arizona to South Carolina. And now YOU.Lit has become a reality. It's a nonprofit organization similar to Sisters Forces Death. And just to see it is all a full circle moment for me. But we will get to that a little later. I just wanted to give you a sneak peek of how it all started. One thing that I had to learn recently is this. Sometimes God gives you the vision before you feel qualified to carry it. Let me say that again. Sometimes God gives you the vision before you feel qualified to carry it. That part right there. Because if I waited until I felt completely ready, y'all, YOU.Lit probably would have never been launched. The podcast probably wouldn't be back. The books would have not been written and published. The website would not exist. None of it. I was nervous. I still get nervous sometimes. And I think people assume that when somebody is creating or building something, they automatically feel confident all of the time. Baby, no. Sometimes you just post that flyer scared. Sometimes you build that website scared. Sometimes you launch that vision scared. Pray scared. And trust God while doing it. I'm going to say that one more time because I want to make sure y'all don't miss this. Sometimes, basically, just show up scared. Post that flyer scared. Build that website scared. Launch that vision scared. Pray scared. And trust God while doing it. Another thing for me was my baby girl. That little thing is probably one of the most intelligent 11-year-olds I have ever met. Her nickname is Peanut. I call her Peanut. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons I even found the courage to step back out there creatively was because of her. Now, people will laugh because I say I don't have a creative bone in my body, But now here we are with all these things that I've created just within the past 2 months. I get it from her. Watching Peanut create fearlessly did something to me. This child loves drawing. She loves creating. She imagines. She tries things. She believes in herself naturally. And one day I realized somewhere between survival and adulthood, a lot of us stop believing in ourselves like that. And watching her made me ask myself, why did I stop? Why did I convince myself to play small? Why did I stop trying certain things? Why was I pouring belief into everybody else except me? And I truly believe my daughter helped bring her mama back to life creatively. She probably doesn't even realize it, but watching her be herself gave me permission to become myself again. Just over the past few weeks, she will come in the office and she sees her mom at work, and she just pat me on the back and gave me a side hug. She said, Mama, I'm just so proud of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Peanut? She said, Mama, I'm just so proud of you. You're just doing things and you're being positive and you're creating things. And some of us would just laugh. Oh, that's my cute baby. She's 11. That's just so cute. The same way we as parents can pour into a child to uplift them, to remind them who they are and whose they are, they could do the same for us. So just by that, when she walked out the office, I smiled so hard because I did not know that those words would have me feeling the way I felt. And I was like a kid in Walmart. It gave me that pep that I needed. I said, okay, Mama, you got this. So now, here I am, building Young Ladies in Training Incorporated, creating programs, designing books, working on mentorship materials, printing t-shirts, building websites, relaunching podcasts. Honestly, sometimes I look around like, girl, what are you doing? But then I get a message from someone saying they're proud of me, or see support from the community, or watch another young lady sign up for the program. And it reminds me, this is bigger than me, way bigger than me. This organization was built from love, from purpose, from vision, from wanting girls to know you matter. Your voice matters. Your confidence matters. Yeah. This program for young ladies to remind them who they are and whose they are. And if there is one thing I want people to take away from today's episode, is this. Do not wait until you feel perfectly ready to begin. Because sometimes the confidence comes after the first step. Okay, let me go back to that one line. Do not wait until you feel perfectly ready to begin. You may not never start. And just remember that sometimes the confidence won't appear until after the first step. And trust me, I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still healing. I'm still figuring out things too. But I finally allowing myself to show up anyway. And honestly, that feels good. I want to say thank y'all so much for sitting with me today. It has been a pleasure speaking with you all today. If this episode spoke to you in any way, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to share this episode with somebody who may need a little encouragement today. I truly appreciate y'all rocking with me on this journey. And remember to say, I see me.